understand is, we talked about number 6 being the book tech itself. Even within that book, different things are weighted more importantly. So number 1, the key thing that people will do when they pick up a book, they'll flip through, is they'll actually sit down and read the introduction or your preface or your notes from the author. So the first thing they're going to do when making a decision, or even, like for example, if you get an interview and someone has a copy of your book beforehand, they may skim it and just read the introduction. That's the first thing. The second thing is then they'll flip around, they'll read the first, sort of 1 to 12 lines of every chapter to sort of give you that feedback on that one. And then lastly, the chapters in order. So the key thing to understand here is that all of the writing and font and text and everything that we're doing makes sense and matters, but remember, the key thing from the consumer standpoint is not all of the sort of words you create are created equal. The introduction really matters a lot, the way you start chapters really matters a lot, and then the early chapters matter even more than anything. So again, key thing to know is that's why we spend a lot of time on the introduction, is that it's the thing that people are going to make the decision on to buy your book when they get into it, and number 2, it's the thing that you're going to use when you're talking about your book publicly to lots and lots of people. Now, introductions themselves, you've probably in your 8th grade English class heard of Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Again, these are not necessarily intended to be sort of such dramatic prose, but they are really important. They do have a structure to them that really makes them matter. And so the key thing about an introduction, more than anything, is it really does set the stage for the entire book. It makes us sort of, puts all of us on the same page. And usually what will happen is a great introduction, if you do it the right way, you'll want to keep reading to sort of learn more. It sort of, again, it sort of shows us something, but it doesn't give us all of it. So recently I picked up the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I guess is the word to use, by Mark Manson. And what's really clever about this sort of book is that it both tells you everything the book's about, but also tells you nothing. And so it's this really delicate balance there that does set the stage. But what's important to be able to do that so well is you have to simplify your message. Again, this idea of simple, not easy. And so you are able to make a very clear case in a short number of words. Typically, introductions are only 1,000 to 2,000 words, and so that short, punchy introduction really makes sure that it's really important. And the more important thing about it is you think about it a little bit like a movie trailer. You'll hear me on the positioning call say, you're writing the movie trailer to your movie, not just the sort of first 5 minutes of the movie. It kind of makes the case for why go see it.